and gentlemen, what is going on? It's that time of the year once again. Time for our semi-annual test of the Cayo Perico Heist. That is right, guys. What is going on? I hope you're all doing fantastic today. It happens every year. I talk about it every year. Every time there's a major update, we have people saying that things have been buffed, things have been nerfed. So I like to jump in and test everything out. And I promise you, I will know if anything's different. I like to think I'm pretty decent at the heist. I have hundreds of videos on my channel, guides, every single way to come in on all the vehicles, every single exit. I've done this every single way possible. Can I say every single way another time? But in today's video, we're putting it to the test once more. There's a few things we're looking out for here. Is there any differences with the setups? Don't worry, I'm going to do those. I'm not going to walk you through all the setups. I'll just let you know before we do the heist. Is there any differences in the heist itself? Like, is there any different cameras, any new guards, more guards, less guards? Have they fixed the cones, the cone of vision? Obviously, when you have a disguise on, you can walk through, but there's always the red cone guards that you can't. For some reason, I think it was back in March, the red cones vanished and they were blue. They should be back with the red cones. We're also going to be testing the rebreathers. Hopefully, they have been fixed. And the last one, the escape point. Obviously, jumping off the bottom map is the fastest, easiest way to do it. It takes seconds. Is that still working? Let's jump into it. All right, guys, here we go. Mandatory preps complete. And just so you know, nothing has changed at all with the setup missions. I thought for a second when I was trying to get the long fin that they made the police a little bit stronger on that mission, but they haven't. I think it was pretty much the same thing. Just sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. So anyway, the approach vehicle is going to be the long fin. We're doing this typical meta here. So if you don't know what it is, it's the long fin, main dock, compound entry. We're going to say drainage, escape point. We'll say main dock, but it's not. It's going to be the bottom of the map. Daytime, so you guys can see what I'm doing. Weapon loadout. We've gone for the marksman. Now, we're not going to need it because we're going to absolutely just breeze through this as always. But just in case, you never know if they've changed anything or not. So like I say, the things we're looking out for here is the rebreather when we escape at the end. The guards, the cones on the guards, which technically, if you already know that was an issue, it shouldn't really bother you that much because it's not going to help. But if you're a newer player and you've got a disguise on and you think you can run past them, it's never a good thing. Skirt, you know what? We'll go over it. If you're not going to turn on a dime, we'll bloody go over it. But anyway, guys, here we go. My first try. Why are you rocking so much, my guy? My first try at the Cayo Perico Heist post-update. You know, I'm glad I'm seeing boats. Like, I don't know about you guys, but for a while, like, you can go back and look at my videos. I'm not making this up. There's no boats been in the water. I don't know why, but we've just seen a couple boats there right off the rip. Could that be that they've patched that and fixed it? So the boats are showing up? Who the bloody hell knows? But I'm glad to see them back. That is for damn sure. All right, we're just going to run. We don't have the best loot in the world down here, but we have enough loot that we're going to be able to fill up our bags, and that's all that matters. I'm not trying to go and get the biggest KO ever here, but I do want to make sure that we can fill it all the way up, because you know what? We're doing the KO heist. In my opinion, the best way to make money solo for sure, still to this day. All right, anyway, we got some Coca-Cola, we got some grass, and then upstairs there's a small little pile of cash, which, I hate cash, but it's better than bloody nothing. All right, so let me fast forward here, though, until I get this, because you don't need to watch me filling up my bloody bags. All right, and now the grass. All right, I've just got a teeny tiny bit left, and for that, unfortunately, we're going to have to go bloody upstairs, which sucks, but it is what it is. I wish you could go through that door. You can come out that door. You just can't go in that door. I'll show you guys how to do it here in a second. All right, picked up this bloody thing, jam it on this bloody thing, and there we bloody have it. All right, let's go. Come on, please. Please, faster. I don't know why I'm trying to rush this. I mean, there's no rush. We're still going to get the elite challenge, I'm hoping, no matter what. So we shouldn't really be rushing. Anyway, let's fast forward until we get this cash here as well. All right, and that should be enough. Boom, full. Yeah, like I say, you can leave this way. You can jump over the box there, but you can leave out here. You know what I mean? I wish there was, like, couldn't they have put some sort of, like, Easter egg in here or something? Because I feel like no one goes in there because they feel like the door's locked. At least put a little Easter egg in there. All right, we're going to wait for this guy to walk past here. I wish you could use that door too. I don't know why. I don't know why it is the way that it is, ladies and gentlemen. All right, go on. And we're out of there. All right, so far, so good. Nothing seems to have changed. The guards are all in the same place. There doesn't seem to be more guards. So we're kind of chilling here. Hopefully my boat's still here and hasn't gone all the way into the ocean. I thought it was gone there for a sec. I'm going to be honest with you. I thought I was going to have to chase down that guy that was just driving off. All right, we got the boat. Now all we have left to do... See, there's boats driving around. You guys know. Like, on my videos, I always talk about it. And I do the Cayo Perico Heist a lot. Like, I do the Cayo Perico so much on this channel. So when something seems off, I notice it. And there's always... Or there hasn't been boats driving around for me for so long. So I'm glad to see them back. Anyway, let's fast forward so we get to the compound here. Can I just say as well, there's no better feeling than driving a boat in GTA in general when there's no waves. Why is there always so many waves all the time? It's so much better when it's like this, man. Nice and bloody calm. But anyway, here we are. Off you go. That was the most ungraceful thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, come on now. All right, the rebreather. I think they fixed it. I think they bloody fixed it. The rebreather's been fixed. So for those of you who don't know, some people struggle to even put it on. And that has happened to me before, where you put it on, it says it's on, but then your health starts going down. But I didn't really have that issue for a while. I had that issue like maybe 2 times. But the issue I had for the longest time is when you equip the rebreather, it would just be flashing down below. And it was kind of like clipping in and out. And you couldn't really see it. And you couldn't tell if it was on or not. It was annoying. But right now it looks like it's good. But we'll see when we leave the compound. That's usually when I had the issues. I can't remember if I had it right here. I'm pretty sure I did. It looks like it's been fixed anyway. But anyway, let's continue. Let's get up here. Now, if you're trying to do this, follow along at home, to try and do this the same speed that I'm doing it right now, just make sure you follow it exact. Because if you pause, if you're playing the game and you pause it to watch what I'm doing, the guards move around constantly. So by the time you unpause and start doing it, you may be like, oh, there was guards there and I triggered it. It's because you need to just do the same speed as what I'm doing. You have to just go straight away. But anyway, you guys are just here to see what's new or anything that's changed. You're probably not here for a guide. So, let's go. All right, guards all in the same place so far. If I trigger the alarm now, I know for a fact that they've changed something. Because I could literally do this thing with my eyes closed. I've done this thing so many times that if we trigger the alarm, they've changed something. All right, up here we go. Then we're just going to wait here for 3, 2, 1. And goodbye, my good sir. And then we're going to walk up here. So far, no, actually, they haven't fixed the bloody cones. Alright, so someone said they fixed the cones. The cones have not been fixed, as you guys can see. They still have blue cones. If you don't know what I'm talking about... That's the thing. So even when you have a disguise on, you can fool all the other guards, but there's these 4 that hang about the bloody entrance here. You can't fool them. The same as the Juggernaut. But it should be red cones. And for some reason, they took the red cones away about... Was it 6 months ago? Was it in the March update? It may have been the March update. They took them away. That was a nice little juicy thing there. And it just hasn't been back since. So it looks like you can walk past them if you have a disguise on. But you can't. So that has not been fixed. All right, let's fast forward through here so we can see what else. All right, there we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So far, not much. It looks like they've fixed the rebreather. That's a good thing. No guards down here, right? Nope, still no guards here. All right, you're going to have to pause for a second because my memory's awful and I've got to do this bloody safe code here now. All right, 64, 79, 77. 64, 79, 77. So 64... Come on, yeah, 64, 79, 77, right? 79, 77. I hate how this safe, you can do it, you just hit X and then it automatically goes over. And then there's the safes that like what's it called? The G stash, not G stash, like the drugs, whatever. My brain is fried right now. It's been a long couple days, I'll be honest with you. This update has been so... I've been pumping videos out like crazy, but I like to do that because it's bloody so fun. All right, so we got 1.2 million. Let's continue. What I was saying though was about the safe. Some safes in the game, you have to like physically go to the next one. It's just annoying, man. All right, anywho. So we're going to wait for this guard. The jug is about to... We're going to get the elite challenge, so I may just wait for a second. I could take this guy out and run that way. But we'll wait. We're in no bloody rush here. Jug's turn. Now the other guy should turn. As soon as he's gone from here, we'll just run. So far, everything seems on key. Except for the red. It looks... Like I say, it looks like they fixed... It looks like they fixed the rebreather. but it doesn't look like... Well, they definitely haven't fixed the cones. And there's no difference in the setup missions. No difference so far from what I've seen in the actual Cayo Perico Heist. And look, yeah, it's the same. It's the same. All right, out we go. We're going to take this guy out right here, steal his motorcycle, and see if it still works jumping off the bottom of the map. Because that is something that people always say is they patch the bottom of the map. I haven't looked, but I guarantee I have comments on my videos here recently saying they patched this. They always say it, they patched this. So we're going to test it here for you guys today. I'm going to get ahead of it before people start saying they patched it. So we're just going to go down here and then we go jump off a little bit right there. I still bloody hit the bloody thing, didn't I? All right, we're in the water. So you can either swim towards these right here. I just like to swim down here. Because if there is attack boats or helicopters that come for you, at least you can just go down here. All right, let's put our rebreather. They did fix it. The rebreathers have been fixed, ladies and gentlemen. That is great news. That is great news. So, like I say, if you didn't know what it was, I'm sure you know. The rebreathers weren't working properly. Not only did a lot of the time it say it was on and it wasn't on, but other times that wouldn't even show up. You see, like, beneath me down there, it would, like, be fuzzy and, like, it would just be being annoying. All right, and they haven't patched this either. So we got ahead of this one before any of you guys start telling me that they fixed or patched the leaving off the bottom map. I don't think they'll ever fix that because it's kind of part of the Kosatka escape. So, you know when you go to the Kosatka, you swim up to the Kosatka? They just, like, make it so you swim up to the Kosatka. I'm not making any sense. You swim. The Kosatka's got nothing to do with it. It just looks like you're going to the Kosatka, but it's just swimming far out in the ocean. It's the same with this. You just swim far down, and then it finishes it. So anyway, how much money did we get? 100%? Yes, please. And we got an elite challenge. 10 minutes 31. Not my best, not my worst. I'll take it. 0 hacks failed. You got it. You bloody know it. Full loot bags. All right, give us the cash. There we go. 1,132,000. Still the best way to make money as a solo player, in my opinion. Absolutely. 1.1 million. Listen, there is a cooldown for it, obviously, but this took me like 35 minutes from start to finish. All the setups and this. I'll leave a guide in the description down below if you're interested. But it's just the best. And it's not like I'm going to sit around waiting 2.5 hours. I'll just do something else and then I'll log back in tomorrow. And by the time I come back, it'll be ready for me again. It's not like I'm sitting playing for 7 hours straight waiting for a cooldown. Anyway, guys, that is going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. So to round up, the rebreathers have been fixed. That is great news. The cones of vision still have not been fixed. They're still showing up blue instead of red. The swimming at the bottom of the map, that has not been fixed. You can still do it. And the setup missions and everything and the heist in general is still the same. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, consider hitting that like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, as always, with a brand new video. Goodbye.